like this, man. I'm coming from the era of Tupac, now Gucci, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? Happy 420 right here on the Sesh.
Oh,
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You slapping, I like it.
Man, I like this one, dude. They know. They already know you coming. I feel it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, I appreciate you hitting me up and having me have a little chat with you.
Oh, for sure. You were from the Rich, and I was like, I have to hit him up and see what's popping from
Oh
Richmond,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Richmond, California, born and raised.
There we go. There we go. How you hanging in there during quarantine right now?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Me and my woman, we just had a baby. So I was
Congrats.
pretty much gonna thank you. I was pretty much gonna be on lockdown anyway. So but yeah, no, we're good. We're good. You know what I mean? We just grocery store runs and I'm at work, you know what I mean? I'm an essential worker, so they got me in the
There we
office.
go.
Yeah, so you know, I'm getting paid, man, so I'm happy.
I wanted to ask you, man, what inspired you to start making music?
You know, I've been listening to music since I was really young. You know, my mom listened to rap, rap, R&B, rock. You know, my dad listened to a lot of heavy metal, a lot of rock. So music has always been a huge influence on me. I started listening to Andre Nicotina
There
early
we
2000s,
go.
early 2000s. Yeah, I hadn't heard him until then. You know, I was really more up on like E40, Tupac. The East Coast, West Coast, like all those cats. I was really up on that, but like I started getting into like my local artists around the early 2000s. You know, and I heard Andre Nicotina for the first time. It was actually Dre Dog. Yeah, I had found some old Dre Dog stuff on like LimeWire, so I'm listening to Dre Dog, and yeah, man, I stepped outside. And for the first time in my life, I started freestyling. It motivated me to just really, really just start spitting. Like the way he rapped and how he sounded, you know, I was like, man, I can do that. You know, I want to do that.
Do that, yup.
I want to sound like old boy. You know what I mean? I always loved Tupac. I always loved E40 growing up. You know what I'm saying? Snoop and Dre, and like I said, like the old. I was around when Pac was still alive, and you know what I'm saying. I was young. I was a kid, but I loved it. I loved that shit. So you know, that's my influence. You know what I mean? Like definitely the West Coast, but Andre Nicotina. You know, hearing Mac Dre, and of course listening to Mac Dre really made me think a lot
Oh,
more what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, and so yeah, the Bay Area, we set a lot of trends.
yep, they do. I mean, shit, man. The hyphy movement is still with me. I still rock it like it's going on today, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, I still be dropping them in my tags, man. It's funny when I tag hyphy and like hyphy shit in my tags, and I'm like, man, it was so long ago, but it felt like it was just yesterday.
It
Yeah,
does feel like
yeah,
it was just yesterday.
yeah.
I mean, like Mr. Fab, Tracks a Million.
Oh
You're talking
yeah.
about like, Mac Dre. Like for me, it wasn't just high school. It was like 10 years of my life.
Uh, definitely, definitely. Even after Dre passed, it was like it
Yep.
just it stuck around for a long time, and not too many of them, but I bumped into a lot of the hyphy movement cats and like have had conversations and met people here and there, and it's a trip, like coming from that time. Like the Bay really was on top. Like it was like for the first time ever we were getting like the recognition that we finally deserved. Like we really deserved, you know what I mean?
It's
It
so
took a
true.
time. It took a really long time for the Bay to get that love, and it's still to this day, it lingers on. And when cats from out of town, when they talk about the Bay Area, they talk about the hyphy movement. Oh, Mac Dre and hyphy. Oh, I remember the hyphy and getting dumb and whipping the cars and all that shit. I was like, yeah, I know. I lived it. I was living in that shit. You know what I mean? Like firsthand. So,
What's your favorite under Nicotina song?
favorite Nicotina song. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Before it was
The
so easy.
Stumper, I know.
Before it was so easy, but there's so many now. You know what I'm saying? Situation Critical was always like, was one of the ones that I heard and was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's there's a lot of them. Like he's got one on damn it, what's that? On Hell's Kitchen. I think it's called Hell's Kitchen,
Yeah.
and it's called Cougar, and it's basically like it's a tribute to Cougnut. I don't know if you know who Cougnut is from San Francisco.
That is, yeah.
MP, you know what I mean? Imp Dog and shit. R.I.P. Cougnut. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was another one of my favorite ones. Cougar and Situation, but Situation Critical was the one. You know?
For sure, man. For sure. Well, I enjoy that. I enjoy the fact that same musical taste. I see that in your music, and that's why I knew for a fact. I was like, okay, I checked out his music. I gotta see what's popping. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you said that they're your inspiration, but how long have you been creating music?
When I started, I was in a group called the Mercenary Mob. That's why my name is Mercenary Mobster 510. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Okay. On the Instagram, I'm E-Dubb1. I go by E-Dubb1. You know what I'm saying? E-Dubb1 the rap rock and roller. You know, all that music that we made back then, we recorded it, but it's like it never got released. I never distributed anything. You know, I just started doing that like around 4 years ago. So everything I have up until now is just from the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go back and take a lot of the old stuff that we laid down and just we just mixed it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get it mixed or mastered or anything like that. So it's really raw. It's just like a lot of raw. Some are high and some are low vocals. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really underground shit. Like I'll probably go through it at some point and just like kind of grab shit here and there and see if I want to release it or see, how everybody feels. And yeah, Mercenary Mob turned into Trill Young Talent. Now I'm just out here, man. E-Dubb1. I'm running this TYT shit, man. And I just put it down. I like to release my music. I like to get that shit nice and make it to where everybody's gonna like to listen to that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want people to hear it one time and be like, oh, that's cool. I want people to be like, oh man, I need to hear that again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just trying to make music that people love.
And I enjoy that. And that's part of the reason why like I said, I do this, because I want people to check out new music from people that continuously make new music. You know what I mean? Like they're doing this no matter what. There's a lockdown, there's protests, they're still putting out music. And so, that's the thing about mainstream, is that's not happening for them. And this is the time to be on the rise. And that's why I'm like, hell yeah, have everybody check out E-Dubb1. You know what I mean? And are you on all platforms right now? So like Apple Music, Spotify, and all kinds of shit like that?
All of it. You can find, if you E-Dubb1, and you will find my music. Spotify. I'm even on Pandora. I don't fuck with Pandora like that, but I'm even on Pandora. Apple Music, iHeartRadio. Shit I ain't even heard of before. I think there was one called like Seether or something like that. And there's all there's still Napster around. Napster's still around. They're still playing music.
I know, right? The surprisingness of that.
My music goes straight to YouTube. It goes straight to TikTok, so people can use it for their videos and shit. Like I'm on everything.
I saw that. I was putting your music out for everybody to hear. Like the songs that I listened to, I was putting in my Instagram stories, because I was like, this is what I heard to like really want to promote. Like, so hopefully, everybody's checking you out. I got you pulled up on YouTube, and we're gonna have a little thing where I play a little bit of your music, and you tell me what inspired you to make that song.
Sure.
Definitely are gonna do. Let's go ahead and do that.
They call the Quedo, I'm the widow with the plug. Been state to state, they always give the widow love. Got bars like Xanax, I'm used to the shit. Beat that fucking track up, how abusive I get. Mike Tyson with the flow, Scarface with the blow. I'm the MVP, the fucking star of the show. Get fat, little hoe, get up out of my face. With that evil one slacking, get fucked by the base. How that raw shit taste, I'm about to cook you a dish. Ain't had a whole world moving from this fade out slang. Getting guap all day, man, every day. In the bay.
All right. That was dope. So go ahead and tell me what inspired this. It's Mercenary, you know that.
Mercenary. That's the Mercenary. That's me. That's a little story about me, a grimy ass little story. You know what I'm saying? Like some of my shit, like I don't know. Sometimes I just go, when I go back, I go to it was good times and shit, but it just felt like I did a lot of dirt. and
Yeah.
like not like nothing too serious or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But it just takes me to a dark place, you know. And like songs like Mercenary, when I make songs like Mercenary, I'm just kind of like letting it out, you know. It's a story about me. It's like, you know what I mean, a little grimy ass story about me, you know. I ain't proud of it, but it is what it is, you know. That's my life.
Hey man, you know, we all got a past, and the one thing that I love about being positive and keeping with positive people is that they don't judge you for that, man. Like,
Hmm.
you just got to stay with people that know it's not about where you're from, it's about where you're going. You
Yeah,
know, like, always got to know that people are looking for that. And that's why, like, I'm a big supporter, you know, like, I don't charge for this. I don't tell nobody they got to do this. I don't, I'm just putting that hand out because I know that people want to be heard and they deserve to be heard. And that if they have a past, like, tell us about it, like, you're not the only one, man. We got to survive in the South Sco where I'm
yeah,
from, and we got to survive in the Bay Area regardless. So,
yep,
I
yep.
enjoyed your music just for that. Like, I appreciate that.
Hey, and I appreciate that. I really do. Like, you know, that's really what I'm looking for. You know, even if it ended up being just you, like the shit touched you. That's one person. You know what I'm saying? Like that matters. Like not just like being heard by some big company or big record company or something and getting put on. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it to mean something in the long run. Like after I'm gone, like if there's just a couple people who are like, man, you know, I remember Eric, you know, even if they know me, Eric, you know what I'm saying? Or if they just know me by E-Dubb1, you know what I'm saying? Man, E-Dubb had some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell
he
yeah.
he was a real one, you know what I'm saying? He was on that mob shit and he stuck with it. Like, that's one thing about me. I can't really I can't really follow trends. Like, it's
Yep.
just to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even really listen to the radio because I really don't like mainstream music like that. Like,
I
I'm
know.
starting to try to tolerate it more and more just because I want to know what's going on out there. But
Exactly.
for the most part, like I just can't do it. It when I write my music, it just doesn't. It can't. It don't come out like that, and it's just not in me. You know what I'm saying? I just all I put out is what's in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's facts right there because you could tell like the music you put out is your music, and like people that are putting shit on the radio sometimes, like, I don't really believe that that's them. I believe that that's their record company wanting them to write shit and read it and do all that, but at the end of the day, that's what this real shit's about. It's about finding artists that are keeping it real, that are speaking to, us and our kids, and you know what I mean, like, meaning something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure. And that kind of coincides with what we were just talking about. As far as the interview part goes, I was about to ask you, how far would you like your music to take you? And I guess that was a wonderful answer as well, but go ahead and give me a little bit more to that.
I mean, of course, I would love to be making lots of money. You know, who wouldn't?
Hell yeah.
And but you know, I just want to take care of my family. You know, like in the long run, with the music is it's just a piece of me that I'm letting everybody see. You know, and that's why I do it. And if somebody hears it one day and they're like, "Oh, we're about to turn you into a star," just so you know what I mean? Like it's about to go down. I'm gonna be like, "All right, let's see where this ride takes us." You know, because I want that for my family, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. You know what I mean? It's my art. This is like I said. This is something I want to leave. I want to still be here when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? That my kids can look at and their kids can look at and be like, oh wow, look at this. This was grandpa. This was yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's inspiring. And I hope that a lot of people that watch this episode, take that away with them when they go to create something, like,
A lot of good music coming out. Follow me and check this shit out, man. Come on this little ride with us. We about to really do it. We about to drop this shit and hopefully a lot of people's gonna enjoy it. You know.
for sure. For sure. I mean, I know I am already off top. I know that this is gonna be something I'm bumping in the car when I'm on my way with my mask on, going to the grocery store.
That's that masked up music.
Gotta be masked up, you know what I mean? man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I really do. Thank you again.
Hey,
Come
maybe
on back. All right.
a little cipher one day or some shit. That would be
Hell
cool.
yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? Like,
Appreciate you hitting me up and having me on. I really do. And thank you for enjoying the music. And you know what I'm saying? I hope you continue to do
for
so.
sure. I
All
will do. And, you know, keep bringing us that heat. So
right. Hey,
I'll be seeing you soon.
you have a blessed night.
You too, man. Take it easy.